Tuft of cat fur and blood. Vault of Linder Kemm. Texture loading. Indigo. Anma Flynn shield.
Good find.
Unique shield. Probably our upgrade for one of our guys. I need to remove the Source Orb out of that one. Anma Flynn, 1355 physical armor, 20% blocking chance, terrible magic armor, strength, constitution, warfare, single-handed polymorph, initiative, movement, set death wish, 10% dodging, reflect, 10% melee damage as physical damage, grants play skin, and has an empty slot for runes. That's a great shield if we want physical protection, which would be good for you mostly. Or her. But these abilities sort of rely on having a shield like this. We could keep the Carapace as a backup shield until we get a better one. Has much better magic armor protection. Vastly inferior physical and blocking and everything else. Yes, 3,500 with just a goddamn shield. We can add a good rune to it, it's probably more. Some sort of a masterwork rune. I don't really care for the strength, so maybe mystical frame. Not quite sure what you get from that. Doesn't really matter, anything is pretty much welcome at this point. And we have extra runes, so it's not much of a waste to use one like this. Wits, Constitution and Memory. So I didn't think you could get buffs on those. It's probably Constitution because it's shield, I would presume at least. So it's not that great, but nah. He's supposed to be the tank, so it's not exactly unwelcome either. Surely the armor should be better. 3,700, really? 2,100. Yeah, that's quite a lot of armor from a single item. 1,574 physical armor. The fact that it has death wish is interesting. So every time we take damage, we do more damage. It would be. I'm not sure if it's good for anyone. Still, it has a lot of other bonuses that make it worthwhile, especially the initiative +6. 27, 34, 32, 18. So thanks to this, Beast is actually the fastest out of this entire group, even though he has probably 0 wits. That's good, that is very nice. Do you want the secondary shield? This is vastly superior shield after all. It's not particularly good though. And I do like the initiative. Our initiative is god awful. Like, terrible, worst of the group.
Wendigo lies on the floor, her essence all but drained from her frail bones. She shifts with a light clatter at the sight of you.
The God King's punishment awaits. I pray it arrives soon.
Crouch at her side. What has become of her?
This is what becomes of the King's fallen angels. Torture. Decay. I came for the Swornbreaker. I found only Kemm's fury.
What is this place?
A shrine to the God King. Linda Kemm's holy refuge. And, it seems, my tomb.
Tell Wendigo you will bring her a Swornbreaker's side if you should find one.
It's a hope I can't afford myself. But if you should ever offer such a gift, I wouldn't refuse it.
She's harmless. So you're the God King. Brachus Rex.
A dagger of pain shoots through your head, halting your advance instantly. You hear a voice, soft and calm, yet laced with disappointment.
Such a long journey you have undertaken, in the service of thieving charlatans, in pursuit of that which you will never obtain.
A long, sad sigh reaches you from the depths of the void itself.
I saw your abysmal treatment of my servant Isbale. Please, test my patience no further. This is your last chance. Abandon this folly, leave, and never return.
Demand to know who you're speaking to.
I am the past. I will be the future. I am the God King. You are but a misguided servant. Heed my words and leave. I do not wish you harm, unless you force my hand.
Good looking design. Four-winged angel. And there are a lot of skeleton faces in the game, so they had to do something to make it look a little bit different. I wonder why the God King has a shrine in such a place.
Because my followers are many. My followers are everywhere. Your endeavors are pointless.
The voice fades away, and with it, the pain. Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility.
I'm assuming I need to place something there.
Look, under the shrine, there's a pressure plate.
Right. What is responsibility? Actually, I think I recall a name like that. It was one of the paintings in the previous room. Yeah, responsibility.
Lucky find.
Arhu's prison. Lord Arhu, level 20. Infinite source. Some sort of a trap. Swornbreaker. Bloody corpses. Bloody corpses. Sarcophaguses. A lot of blood spread around. Okay, does he automatically speak to us?
There's someone here. He seems to be in great pain.
Right, I'd like to offer the Swarmbreaker to the
Nice.
Wendigo. This looks like a battle arena. Cursed oil barrels, blood. Maybe make preparations to clear elevated areas here. We basically bombarding us. Maybe even locking us in here. Right, we probably want to think about that before we talk to Arhu. Seems like a similar situation that was happening with the guy the Seekers had imprisoned. So once we mess with the candles around it, can we mess with them? No, but probably related to them. We free him and shit hits the fan. Or attempt to free him, shit hits the fan, and once we handle that, he gets free. Something along those lines. Where does the trouble come from, though? I was thinking maybe undead, but no. The fact that there's a cursed oil barrel here makes me convinced that yes, we're going to have to fight here. They pretty much have no use outside of fights. I don't think I can combine anything with them. I certainly couldn't with the... Yeah, I can't combine it with anything, so it's only for a battle. We're gonna be down here. Actually, Lose is the only one who has to be here, because she's gonna do the talking. Rest could be up here. Alright, we'll use the Swarmbreaker on Wendigo first though. Two-handed axe requires tag sworn. How do you... Is there a possibility of our guys would be able to use that? Would one of the two companions have it? The two others we didn't take.
Wendigo lies on the floor, her essence all but drained from her frail bones. She shifts with a light clatter at the sight of you.
Fate can't be avoided, it seems. Please, just leave me to the God King's whims.
Show her the Swarmbreaker in your possession.
A Swarmbreaker? Please, I beg of you, end this curse.
Let the God King have her. Once black ring, always black ring. She can beg all she wants. The Swarmbreaker is ours, and that's that.
Has she once shown that she deserves our pity? It's all just a trick.
Even after all this, I can't return you to the God King. Take it. Be free.
Consider me moved, Godwaken. Your mercy is boundless. And now I break his shackles and end this misery. No goodbye has ever been sweeter.
Windigo's bones clatter to the floor. She is free to enter the hall, free of the God King's shackles. You hear a voice echoing within you, Windigo's voice.
I am me, and only me. The next move is yours, Godwoken.
Her that failed her lord. It was her lord that failed her.
You give her far too much credit. She was no more than a blundering slave, unfit for the lone task she was given.
Virtue tokens. Consuming this will bestow 2 source points upon you. Broken Swornbreaker. Those could be very valuable in correct situations. We just repair it? No. It breaks what was sworn, it shatters what was promised. Well, shit.
Windigo's spirit quakes. She is no longer the arrogant banshee that summoned a kraken and brought down a magister vessel, but a fearful child bracing for parental punishment.
He's close, so close. Can't you feel him, Godwoken? The king approaches.
Search your mind, search the air. Yes, the God King does indeed approach.
A moment of silence passes, and then Windigo's scream splits the air.
He's tearing away my soul, Godwoken. Cast me to the void if you must, but do not let him take me.
Summon all the swords you can muster and tuck at the spirit. The God King must be denied.
Windigo's spirit flutters and writhes. Your skull squeezes tight, and your throat burns with fire, but the substance of her being is nearly yours.
Cry out to the God King. You reject his will. This is not his dominion.
Your head shrieks as if split in two by the God King's umbrage, but you have overcome. Windigo's source funnels into you in steady gushes as you sling her spirit into the void.
So we lost the Swornbreaker and got nothing really out of it. Yay! I wonder if it's repairable. I mean, I can't do it, but maybe someone else can. What's the decent thing to do anyway? Ooh, any use for the... Right. Black Ring, Defiler, Painweaver, Fear Maiden. Wizard, and a fighter. Maybe a backstabbing son of a bitch. I mean, these guys have more than 3,000 magical armor. So... Okay, let's assume there's gonna be a fight here. I think that's a fairly safe assumption. Would cursed oil even be in our favor? Possibly. It means that we probably should take it up there where the other guys are. We can decide what to do with it there. The Red Prince has a massive reach, so it probably should go with him. The rest of the junk can go somewhere else. Water barrel. Actually, that might be useful too. It's uncomfortably close to my current location. Right, we really want Beast to be close to him because he can buff the Red Prince and even teleport him to where we want him to be. Can I teleport to these? No. Can only switch places with people. I want to see this area and him if at all possible. Right. This will more or less just open options for us. If the targets come here, we can maybe spend a 1 point to open up options to reach them. Right, if we could see the Red Prince from here, that would be the perfect option, really. Yeah. So we can move him from here to there as needed. Sabil, not sure where we even should put her. She can reach pretty much everywhere from that place. Also, we're spread out, so if they throw something big at us, we'll be fine. What's our master spell? Fire. And water, air resistances. Water, air resistance, I suppose it's probably okay.
The man before you writhes in pain, oblivious to you. Otherworldly shackles are coiled all around him.
Try to get his attention.
The man raises his head with an anguished groan.
Note his desperate condition and offer to help him.
There is nothing you can do. Save yourself.
Demand to know why this is being done to him.
Because I refused to talk. I will not talk.
Okay, who are you?
I am Arhu.
Demand to know who is doing this to him.
The Black Ring. They want answers from me. But if they find you here, they'll kill you. Get out of here. Now.
Is he not aware of the spirits?
He coughs up a gout of blood.
Declare that you're going to find a way to save him.
Before he can dissuade you any further, his eyes roll back and he loses consciousness. The spirit ignores you, focused as it is on tearing the source from its captive. It stinks of dark magic.
Delve into its memories.
There's nothing in the spirit but pain, its own and that of its captive. He resists the agony, but it's only a matter of time before the spirits tear his source away. The pain begins to hurt you too. The dark stench assails you. The spirit concentrates on tearing the source from its...
We pretty much have the option of sucking them through the vampirism or doing nothing.
The dark stench assails...
Okay.
Stop! I told you to leave. You're going to kill me.
Say that you have to try and save him.
You can't.
He shudders as fresh waves of pain course through him.
Leave, while you still have a chance. And don't touch the...
He passes out mid-sentence from the pain.
We might as well see where this goes. I did say before starting to use vampirism on these.
Stop! Yeah! Stop! Please stop! The pain! It's too much!
He's taking some damage. Not enough to kill him.
His face goes slack as the pain renders him senseless.
Yeah, tell him not to worry, you're going to save him.
The man doesn't respond. He's out cold.
Can I heal him? I need to wait for the heal to return. There's a good chance whatever we do next is basically a fight starter. There's probably a backup quick save, so I'll save here. No.
The dark stench.
Just suck the goddamn juice.
I can't fight. I'm too weak.
Pain only. No
Right, so at least 3 black ring guys. 4 powerful casters and I would say 2 assassins probably. I sort of want to give them a turn. Because there's no way I can effectively backstab them anyway. So I would just waste my attacks currently.
My dear Lord Arhu, you should have told me you were expecting visitors.
Lord Linder Kemm. 5,300 physical armor, 2,500 magical armor, 7,500 vitality.
Run, you fools!
Tell Kemm to let Arhu go. You need him, and you need him alive. Everything depends on it.
That, I'm afraid, is a matter of perspective. From where I stand, all of you must die. Everything depends on it.
Why, Kemm? Why betray everything for which you once stood?
Betray? I didn't betray the Order. I liberated it. As one of Lucian's pawns, I stood for weakness, frailty. And then the God King showed me the world as it could be. He made me a promise. He promised me a path unburdened by Lucian's pathetic need to defend the defenseless. He promised me a world dominated by the worthiest bloodlines across the ages. He promised me a lasting seat at his glorious table in return for my oath. For the king chooses only the strongest, the most loyal, the most deserving. And now, Godwoken, I uphold the final act of my oath. Your execution. You can forget about finding Lucian. Believe me, no good comes from our so-called divine.
Ask Arhu if he can fight.
I cannot. I am near drained of my source.
You were always weak, wizard. You just never knew it. It's time for me to teach you the truth.
This is bad. He's right next to Beast. Spark Striker. Flaming weapon currently. Overpowered, so we have no more armor. And we lost our health. So basically what we planned to do to him, more or less, was used against us. And Beast is pretty much dead. We might as well just load at this point. Although... Yeah, Lord Linder Kemm is a big problem. And he's fire resistant, so even meteor shower wouldn't do shit to him. It's pretty much the worst of all worlds. Loot. No, this load was just fine. You haven't used a quick load, it would have loaded the start of the fight. That's too late. What we really want is get rid of the two mages quickly. We can probably manage a single tough fighter if we don't have to stand next to him at the start of the fight. Still, he has 3 source points and he can remove all our armor, so it's not still irrelevant, because a lot of the return abilities we use I think are percentage based. There's the oil ability, oil armor. I'd like that if possible. Air would work well too. Probably not a horrible idea. We could alternatively have another hailstorm. This is weak shit though. $1,000. The oil surfaces. The benefit of there would be that we can also use those to restore our own armor. I think there was a recipe for. You have it. It is Warfare and Geomancer. 2,856 physical armor restored. Yeah, that's quite nice. I need another one. I have the necessary books. Earth and Warfare. They can be normal books. No, they need to be normal books. Yes, I have 145. Actually, that's not bad. That's not the book. Right, Oily Carapace. 3,353 for him. I think it gets benefits from either the skills or the intelligence. Right, we can use Earthquake. Fire was sort of weak. This is also fairly weak, so I'll replace it with the Oily Carapace. I need a special ability to create a lot of oil. Multiple oil-filled rocks erupt from the caster at all enemies in the area. On impact, they create all surface and deal 1,000 points of earth damage. We don't necessarily want to cast this though. The air damage will probably be better overall. We can't use the chain lightning at the same time. What are other skills I'm not really using? Probably can't use the icebreaker, to be fair. So overpowered. Yeah, it could be good, but we'll still have to do a massive amount of damage to the son of a bitch. At the same time, I could knock him down by using this and then using that. If someone else attacked him through physical combat first. Yeah, the other options are pretty weak, I think. See how this goes. But we need to be sure that he's not gonna attack us. I cannot be here. Do I even want to be here? Yeah, we more or less want to be in this corner, as close to that corner as possible, so we're at their rear. We have means of going somewhere else, that's not a problem. Still, how is your physical armor? Everyone except Lose is actually okay, so what do we want to do with you? This might be a better place. It has more options and we can always buff the Red Prince if we can't figure out anything else to do. I'm trying to think where we want to be. Bloodstorm. Dealing... yeah. This might be actually a good spell to cast on the main bad guy. Alternatively, use Bone Totems. We'll keep our options open. He's fairly vulnerable to Hailstorm, so this would rip his the magical armor pretty much off, guaranteed. I need to be as far away from him as possible so I can attack Kemm when he comes around.
I can't fight. I'm too weak.
I guess. Hey, no. No. Nice.
Do we want to do something? We'll probably kill one of the Pain Weavers. Could cause enrage. I'm not sure if this is the correct timing for that. But I do think is Lose will need physical armor. Actually, uncanny evasion probably wouldn't hurt either. Two assassins right next to him.
My dear Lord Arhu,
Run, you fools!
that
Why can't
betray as one of Lu he promised, and now, God woken.
I cannot?
You are all.
Please miss. This actually went fairly well for us. She didn't have all that much armor to begin with, and the actual damaging strike missed. Right, can I get to an angle where I could get backstabs? Not sure. Cast heat is also not critically high. This is not a backstabbing hit. Still, it's good enough to play her out of the fight for now. Don't think she can move. Yeah, options were pretty bad. We need to get out of this place. Lord Arhu is at risk of dying now. I mean, I couldn't bombard the guy even if I wanted to. Arhu would definitely die. Well, maybe not. I can't exactly do a goddamn thing while I'm here. What could I do if I did this? Nothing. Just gonna cause cursed oil to pour out. Could do a critical hit if I really wanted to. I don't know if that's worth it. And we missed the other strike anyway. No, you need armor. Desperately armor. Right, what we do now will decide quite a bit. Can't really move. You'll get me. I do have the evasion still though, so maybe not. But I can't attack him. Okay, what the hell is the spark starter? Hitting enemies with melee hits will cause fiery sparks to bounce into nearby enemies. 2 turns. Permanent deflection. Projectiles targeted at or near this character are sent back to where they came from. So the only real thing that will screw over archers, I'd say. He's undead. That gives us a lot of options. So it's an easy way to do a lot of physical damage. Please don't get hit. An invisible guy is next. Don't think this is a good idea to use the adrenaline on at the moment. I will save the action points. She needs magical defenses desperately. Can't quite see her though. Can I move a little bit?
Show yourself.
Miss. Right. That goddamn ability was perfect for this situation. I might be able to distract Lord Kemm with a summon. Can't do shit about that guy. Or can I? Could go for something big. But we're mostly using physical attacks now. Electrical attacks wouldn't do all that much. Right, I need to kill him or knock him down. Can't quite get to him though. That's a good guaranteed direction. Right. He's worthless. I can easily take care of these. But you also probably should die. It's not a problem now. It's going to be a problem. Our chance to hit is just terrible though. I'm sort of thinking distraction here might be the best idea we can come up with. It wouldn't have to achieve much, just more or less act as distraction. It'll naturally die with a single attack, so it's not going to be able to do all that much. Ooh, that was nice. So the reflection reflects all range attacks. Projectiles targeted at or near this character. I suppose a bottle is a projectile. Grenades are probably projectiles too. I'm just wondering how a master level spell would work. You can do a single backstab. One. Probably should though. Right. Just want to slow him down. And didn't do a goddamn thing. I could get 2 extra action points. Through those 2 extra action points I could do rage, leaving me with 4. I'm thinking of what would be the best way to get these, but I think spell casting through Lose is actually the best way. Just not sure she's gonna survive quite that long. One of you have... Okay. That one has good defenses, so remove them a little bit. I think Lose can handle it at this point. And we'll save the point. We could restore armor, but at this point it would give us nothing. Right, this will determine a lot. Whatever happens, we cannot be here after the end of this turn, or we will die. Two frozen guys. I could attack him, but that would be a mistake. Could heal him though. We can bring his physical defenses low enough. We could just rip them entirely. Can't really move, otherwise I'll just slip. Always do a decoy. Are you undead too? No, just him. All the big leaders are undead. I suppose an energy attack on him might do the trick. Yeah, he's actually slowed down because of the shield status. Now he's oiled too, so double slowed down. He's not going anywhere. Wasting his old action points. Yeah, I think that decided to fight. I don't see how this could possibly fail at this point. I would have to screw up something massively at this point. Yeah, the oil is starting to be a bit of a headache. Does that mean I want to waste spell action points to get rid of it? I don't think so. I need to get to a position to bombard that son of a bitch. Are you immune to frozen? No. Be able to do at least one half decent spell attack. There we go. That's all we needed. Want to go anywhere near there. Play your turn. Holy shit. Dominate Lord Arhu and bruise his ass. Ah, what a shame, what a shame. Still, Lord Linder Kemm is in a bad spot. No magical defenses anymore, and I can rage shit on him. He's probably frozen, so lower resistances too. Minus 40% water damage. Yeah, this could be bad for you. Real bad. Be a shame if someone would throw ice on him a little bit. I'm not sure it would be good for him either. He's protected by magic armor a little bit. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. We just need to pour this punishment on him. This will not reach him. To do something about you two losers. You probably are affected by fire though, so they're wet. They won't take full damage. At the same time, I can't really use anything else that would be useful either. Red Prince is next anyway, so he can probably wrap things up to some extent. That would be physical damage, though he cannot. Unless I do something about that first. Miss. Well, we do have the extra points now. Right. I'll use some adrenaline in this situation. I'll give myself some enrage. We're gonna kill people. I'll get at least 2 attacks. Might actually attack my own guys with this. But this would hit. Okay. Knock down non-allied characters in front of you. Okay, it should not hit my own guys.
It hurts, doesn't it?
I missed though. That should be the fix. 2 guys dead. He will probably never get another turn. Only thing we have to worry about is that son of a bitch. We don't really have to worry about him either. Use adrenaline. I need to do something about Lord Kemm. Energy damage, please. Blinded. Excellent. He's frozen and I have trouble hitting him. That's bad. Only one guy left. Blinded and wet. Still, not much I can do. That's the main problem. So wait. Save your points. I could go there and be hit by him, that's about it. That's a pretty pathetic strike. How do you feel about heals? It will not do damage to him. Or rather, it'll do the wrong type of damage. It'll take a long time to burn through his defenses. Silence him, I guess. He can still use weapon skills, but that's not that big of a problem. We still have rage going on. We don't have any more. Well, I was about to say we don't have actually any more points, but I think I do. We do have those points. No, I've used up adrenaline. No, we don't. I could try something. I mean, I can throw a scroll, for example, or switch places with him. Secure everyone's health would be the most sensible thing, I guess. We definitely need armor. That doesn't matter. Just isn't good enough. This won't do any good. What could we do? It's undead, keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. Almost anything will kill it. Might as well heal him to death. Old class. No. I'll do physical damage. Won't work. Freeze him to death. Good fight. Thought we might have used our better abilities, but no need. All the good looking stuff. unique shield too. At least one divine item. Ooh, empty cup. Right, I doubt the losers, secondary support guys have all that much interesting loot. I'll take it back. Right. Mr. Arhu. Let's have a chat.
I'm alive. I was convinced the pain would destroy me. That you would destroy me. But you freed me instead. The pain is gone. I feel almost whole.
Ask him if he's really going to be okay.
I will be, I think. Now that I'm out of Kemm's damnable clutches. He and his Black Ring cronies will stop at nothing. To think I trusted a traitor. I thought him a friend. A protector of the city. Yet all the while he was trying to gain entry to the tomb. To Lucian's body. Just like you, I presume? You didn't come here by chance, did you? No. Your power. Your skill. You're a Godwoken.
Say that he is correct.
And I think it's fair to say you didn't come to save my hide out of the kindness of your heart, either. You want to enter the tomb of Lucian, don't you?
Ask why he alone is able to enter the tomb.
Well, what people believe about my role as the keeper of Lucian's tomb is all part of the Divine's plan.
Okay, ask him how he knows that.
You are Godwoken. I was told Godwoken would want to get into the tomb. I was also told I should make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, tell him you want everything he knows about entering the tomb.
I swore an oath to prevent anyone from ever entering the tomb of the Divine. But that may have been a mistake. I've heard of your deeds. People call you a hero. Maybe you're worthy after all. The Divine's tomb is a fortress, a gauntlet. No single person was entrusted with the entire sequence necessary to enter. Not even I. Lucian insisted that no one ever approach his remains, especially a Godwoken. Before he died, he arranged for the lone wolves to hunt and harry any rumored Godwoken until they were dead or banished to the ends of the world.
Ask why Lucian would have banned Godwoken from entering the crypt.
Within Lucian's body resides the very power of the gods. The power to seed a new divine. He insisted this power remain there, eternally sealed within the tomb. To what ends, I don't know. But I know that even in his great wisdom, Lucian could not have foreseen times like these. The void's silent scream is about to engulf us. This is why I will help you. Because I believe only a new divine can save Rivellon. To pass the path of blood, you must bypass the statue of Lucian. The scroll of atonement, when used with a source amulet, will provide an alternative route.
I think I solved the scroll already. Ugh, excellent. Ask where one might acquire a source amulet and the scroll of atonement.
Have you by any chance met Sanders, the toy maker?
Yes, you have met him.
He helped engineer the path of blood for Lucian. Well, most of it anyway. He's a genius, but his ways are, let's say, idiosyncratic. You may tell the toy maker Sanders I sent you.
Okay, you'll go find these items, but ask what happens once you've claimed them.
Sanders is the expert, but once you claim the amulet and the scroll, I'll explain how to use them. But be warned, bypassing Lucian's statue is just the beginning. I may be able to forewarn you of the dangers you'll face, but you must still face them.
Questions?
I will answer as best as I can.
Wonder why Lucian wanted to hunt the down Godwoken. Did he not want his legacy to be continued?
The Divine worked in mysterious ways, and it was not our place to question him. I hope his spirit will forgive me for breaking my oath. Good luck, Godwoken.
Right, we got another staff, worthless. Find Venom Rune. Level 18 two-handed axe, laughable. One-handed axe, Trussock, level 18 gear all around. Baggy trousers, yeah, always wanted one. This is all worthless as far as I can see, so we're just gonna pick the one with the most value. I wonder if there's any point in using the ritual bowl still. Creates the weird fog that allows you to enter the other realm. We still have the ingredients to do it. Now we just don't have a quest telling us to do it. So there's at least a high probability that nothing will happen, but that doesn't mean that that's actually the case. Another staff, god damn it. Gaze of Doom, Poison Staff, Intelligence, Air of the Earth, Telekinesis, Cripple, Cleave Damage. We had a chance to get something good and it's crap. Well, the belt might have some value. Leadership, Retribution, Hit Points, Critical Chance. The Beast maybe? Yeah, we have a leadership belt with 60 less points of armor, so we'll switch. I think closer to 4,000. I'm seeing an increasing amount of problems with our good abilities, well, supposed good abilities. They're never really intended to use against good opponents. They're more or less a convenient way to, or easier way to disable trash. That's it. But you can... The thing about trash is you don't need specialty tricks to get through them, at least not with a group. So would you spend 3 source points to get one guy out of the fight easily when you have to fight for 5, 6 similar guys? That's an expensive price to pay. Every good boss has more armor than the overpowered can get rid of. To be fair though, it was a fighter hero of level 20, so if that doesn't have a good armor, nothing has in the game. That could be a better shield for us. Ooh, it has leadership. We would massively lose armor though. But again, the only reason we're pushing for the armor is the overpower ability, and this has never been useful so far. Never ever. So why the fuck are we so attached to that particular item? I don't know. Good resistances, health, initiative. We need the initiative desperately on low save. And the armor has been sufficient so far. There's enough other people to cover any failings in armor. And we got 1 extra skill points, 2 extra attribute points. I don't see a point in standing on them. We could take extra scoundrel abilities because it gets you to teleport. Lose is severely lacking in mobility. We've been often in a situation where I wish I could just teleport a little bit to get myself out of trouble, and I cannot do that. Alternatively, we're going to take Hydrosophis to base 10. It does a lot of damage, about 4,000 points. Alternatively, convenience. Ability to teleport around. And I'm not sure, I mean, this would be 5% extra. It wouldn't make much of a difference. Scoundrel would allow us to position ourselves, maybe even go to high ground to get the 20% extra damage. I'm leaning toward just getting extra scoundrel abilities. We might even have the skill books already. Yeah, cloak and dagger. Teleport without breaking sneaking. Does not break invisibility or sneaking. I'll take this. The other abilities mostly require dagger, so they would be totally worthless to me anyway. Right, better switch this immediately. Ah, I already had the extra slot, excellent. Still, it's not on this page, which is sort of a problem. How about... Give me living wall somewhere here. Right. With the rest, I think we're gonna just reinforce what they already can do, and definitely pumping everything in intelligence. 219. 225. More damage, that's what we need. Dodge wouldn't hurt either. More importantly, our accuracy is improved. Waiting that for a long time. Extra leadership as much as possible. And intelligence, that's what we use. Yeah, I think that's the most sensible thing we can do. Warfare would be another, it would increase the shield damage, but strength would not. At this point, intelligence. You, well, it has to be strength. Strength is at maximum. So you can raise this attribute to 40, then you can't raise it anymore. That's actually good, because it increases the value of gear. There's just certain threshold you cannot reach by dumping every point there. Not sure what I would do with this though. We don't really have anything extra we want to put here. Physical combat. Warfare 9. What's our current damage? Maximum is 1125. $1190. What the hell am I gonna do with these though? Wits, I guess? It's critical hit chance and initiative. Constitution could also naturally help, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. Memory is worthless, we don't have any more abilities we want to put in there. So wits. 1 point would add 1% critical chance plus 1 initiative. Shrug. And we have a level 19 weapon which could be improved at this point. Right. Ooh, unidentified flesh. And didn't really use sub-source points. Replica of a wolf statue. Other places I haven't explored here. That's not all that important though. First things first, we need to do shopping. We're finally at level 20. We also have only one companion quest left anymore. Closest one. So we probably should try to move along that one fairly soon. There are a couple of traders at the front. Let's talk with them. I want to talk to the spirits of the guy we killed. For some reason, it didn't occur to me immediately. I mean, I don't think I can get much out of him, but might still be worth experiencing.
With a glint in the dark of his eye, the spirit of Kemm sneers at you.
About his allegiance.
I am sworn to the king. and sworn I remain Godwoken. I owe you nothing.
Insist he tell you more about the coup. What was his endgame?
My aims are no less than the God King's triumph. That's all you can know.
I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but we load it. We'd say, so, mark his loyalty. He might as well tell you, the God King will have no use for him now.
Enough! Is it not obvious to you? To own the city is to own the cathedral, to own the tomb, to own Lucian. Lucian is the key. The seven may be dead, but their essence still lives within his rotting corpse. When the God King claims that final pearl of divinity, his reign will begin. Imagine it, Godwoken, a pure and perfect world. Cowards will no longer beg for scraps at warriors' feet. The fruits of our own labor will belong only to the divinity held within Lucian's cadaver belongs only to the King's chosen. And you are not worthy.
Mark on his defeat. Seems the God King's chosen isn't so mighty.
It matters not if you defeat every last lich whose bones have risen in my master's honor, Godwoken. With or without me, with or without Ishmael, the God King rises.
So not much of a conversation. Still worth having, I guess.
The ghost looks around the room with an incredulous shake of his head and fixates on the set of paintings before him.
What a fool I've been. Thieving was the best chance I had of keeping afloat in this wretched city. Never thought that would mean trying to impress a band of urchins, let alone getting crushed by a damn golem. Big tomorrow said they'd let me in their grubby little guild if I helped them nab that painting of Kemm's, the second passion of Lucian. Well, we made it in all right, and while Kemm's constructs tore me to shreds, they all ran off with a painting.
Ask about this big Tomora. Where can you find her?
If you don't know her, it's best to keep it that way. That thieves' guild of hers is a cutthroat bunch of young'uns.
Right. Couple of measly kids. I suppose I was expecting the actual thief guild to be something better. Right. There are a couple traders in front of here.
Oh, you're back. Looking for some treasures. All done then?
I don't know if this shit is level 20.
She responds with a nervous...
Glad to have you back. Hope you like what you see. My friend here has taste. Care to trade, friend?
The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveler. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city?
Ask about his travels. Where'd he hear the best music?
Good question, Callisti. I'd have to say my most Drita music is the sound of a beautiful woman reciting the ballads of Belegar. And not what you expected, perhaps, but I hear enough singing in my own head, huh?
So he's a bard then. Ask how he's in such a good mood in such troubled times.
Well, Rava, at some point long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes: to quicken the people's rivers of tears, or to stave them. Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war? My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds.
Wonder if he'd be willing to recite you a piece.
Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask for a little gold, if you have it to spare. What do you say?
We might as well at least see what this does. Could be a long-term buff of some sort.
The poet tips his floppy hat to you as he counts the coin you handed over.
Now, what poem would you care to hear? An old classic or an original verse?
Ask for a classic.
Take a seat, Rava. Make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat. And listen. Raise your voice and sing your song.
I like your lute. Can I sell you a real one?
Come along. Cakes and pies of boysenberry.
My
Eat it
friend
all
here has
and make me
taste.
merry.
Care to trade,
Do
friend?
not forget this blessed day. The reasons why we pause and pray. For Lucian's words I must remind.
Antiques and antiquities.
Teach all to be both just.
This might make
kind.
thievery attempts easier
Real
here.
antiques at realistic prices. Who cares to trade?
I doubt it though. Generally speaking, you would want some sort of invisibility. It lasts long enough for you to do your deed.
Here, you. Dwarf face. Craig sure knows how to carry it to good stuff, yeah?
Lucian's day has come along. Cakes and pies of boys.
Sneaking barter initiative.
Eat it all and make me merry. Do not forget this blessed day. The reasons why.
Right, we still have the ability to remove cooldowns. Forgot about that.
For Lucian's words,
Control Hydrosophic summoning.
teach all to be both just and kind.
They're just the wrong goddamn skills. But I can probably sell an item or two away if nothing else. We also need to make a new armor for Beast.
Raise your voice and sing your
Level 20 Eternal Armor.
Lucian's day has come along. Cakes and pies of boys and men. Eat it all and make me merry. Do not forget this blessed day. The reasons
Right,
why we
so I might have the skills to learn the charm spell.
Lucian's words I must remind.
Well, maybe not Sabille, but someone probably has.
And kind.
Sabille needs a new weapon. Pretty sure Red Prince needs a new weapon too. Right. We might as well dump equipment on this guy. Doesn't really matter who gets it. We need a level 20 rune slotted item. It has to be fairly decent though. I mean, it has to have initiative damage or something. Otherwise, it's not worth the switch. One-handed sword, don't care. We'll still stick to the unique items. This is irrelevant. This is energy weapon, we'll keep that. It is a staff, no one cares. Staff, no one cares. No one cares.
Raise your voice and sing your song. Lucian's day has
Right, unidentified wand, that could be useful. Holy shit, 1290 to 1369 fire damage, raised cursed fire surface. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of range energy damage you could do. Probably combine it with a decent poison attack, right. 1000 points from that, then you ignite it, so it explodes, then causes fire damage. I don't think we really care about any of this. If it's not level 20 or it's doesn't have a rune slot of some sort, it's not really useful to us. One or the other.
For Lucian's words I must remind. Teach all to be both just and kind.
Ravagers, a lot of immunities on that one. Scoundrel and Necromancy. Scoundrel and Constitution, Hydrosophists. Technically we might have use for those. Practically no. He can afford all this. Right, we're left with 69,000, actually not that much money really. The easy ones first. Let's sort the inventory. A lot of empty spaces now here. Armor of the Eternals.
Here, elf features. Got anything interesting to sell? I got gold.
Slightly more physical armor and magical armor. More hit points. And that's about it. Oh, just no reason to not to upgrade. 3795 armor.
Here, you. More face. Got anything interesting?
It's better than that without the rune. This would be another if we add a frame to it, it would be another Constitution upgrade.
Here, Lizard
We're
King.
definitely gonna put a
I bet
master
you know
work room
ensconces from the
there.
seascapes. What a trade.
Mystical frame.
Raise your voice and seek your soul. Lucian's day has come along. Gates and highs of voice.
Right.
Eat it all and make
3,980 points.
not forget this blessed
Extra constitution, so 5,000 vitality too. Rest have 4,800, 2,600 and 4,000.
Craig sure knows how to carry a tune. The only talent I've got is selling high-priced trinkets to gulliver... I mean, to fine, upstanding customers like yourself.
The elves had something to sell too. Elsewhere there. No, there.
Business must be booming for you.
I hear
holding
water.
broken weapons.
At least, I hope it's
These
water.
magisters don't tend to buy weapons. Get to it or get moving. It's the busiest day. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Level 20 battle gauntlets, dual wielding initiative, hit points, critical hit chance, earth resistance, strength. Could be, strength gauntlets, so could be useful. Sneaking movement, immunity to slipping. Strength courses. Strength equipment anyway. Plus 6 initiative, but no rune slot. Right, the gauntlets are nice. We would lose a lot of initiative though. And as nice as the armor is, it literally has not been useful even once. Pretty much identical to what we have already. Right, this looks fairly unimpressive to me. We basically have to give up so many good things to use these. Nope, 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 nope. A couple of extra traders here.
What can I do for you?
I'll buy a puppet feed. Not sure if I'm ever gonna test that, but I'm somewhat curious what you can do with those. So I might test on my own time.
I serve all who seek aid, man. May the gods watch over.
Potential good dagger. No. Too low level. Everything's too low level. 100 sword. Strength, initiative, dodge, lifesteal.
What do you think the
Yeah.
Paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
What exactly do you have? I think he has a unique weapon. Yeah, memory and 3 initiative plus 6. That's a good one.
Free, not anymore.
Intellect armor. It's not nearly as good as Rubola. Oh, strength boots. Sneak initiative movement. That's probably useful for someone. I don't recall our boots being particularly good. Yeah, 152. Because it is a damage pair boots. That's why we still have them. Switch the character, please.
As long as the arrow flies straight. Hear ye, hear ye!
Strengthen Warfare Locket with a rune slot. That has some potential. Yeah, this would be a better pair boost than our current ones, and it does not have a rune slot, but neither does the old one. It's worth the purchase, I'd say. Let's see what my current amulet is with the Red Prince. Strength plus 5. I would lose some strength. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Water resistance, poison resistance, block. Right, we require bare boots. Put nails in them and the lid. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to switch characters.
So long as the arrow flies straight.
Pretty much a straightforward upgrade as far as I can see. As long as we just nail it down, we should be good.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magistrates. Didn't even let them surrender. Too loud. What do you think?
I serve all who seek aid. May the gods watch over.
Arx is still a free city. Last time I checked. There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
The other traders.
Newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Victor Boss might have something for the rogue. And the elves had a couple of traders near them. That's a huntsman trader, not really useful for us.
How's your business going?
Mixed.
Very funny.
I was sure I saw torchlight down there.
Browse as you must, but do return, should you find it necessary.
Wizard boots. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward upgrade. More physical armor, more magical armor.
Hunters.
Dodging, hit points, movement, earth resistance, and width. There's nothing bad about these.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Width plus 11.
Some are still
This
good.
might not be a
What you
bad
looking
idea
for?
to purchase, because it's initiative
not
plus
picky,
11.
so long as
And,
the
in
arrow
an
flies
important
straight.
fight, that might be the difference between who the hell gets to win and who the hell gets to lose the fight.
What a pile of junk.
They got damaged.
Hunters.
We need to prepare for the fact that we're going to go against Brachus Rex at some point too. That's gonna mean probably we're gonna eat at least one meteor shower at the start of the fight.
Browse as you must,
So a
but
little bit
do
of fire
still
resistance
return,
wouldn't hurt.
should you find it necessary.
Hunters. I've got the wares you need.
Right, there is one good point to this. We're also running out of money soon, so there's not gonna be all that much of an equipment upgrade. There's like 2 weapons we might have to upgrade, maybe 3 at most. I mean, I need a dagger and I need a 2-handed weapon. Everything else is sort of... If we get something, that's great. If we don't, I don't give a shit. But the weapon is the important part. Sabine is nothing without a weapon,
You need
and
more
Red
than
Prince is nothing
wits
without
on
a good
these
weapon.
ones. Is there more on your mind?
Not even put any potential ones here, really. A pair of boots, I guess. It's that these wouldn't be much of an upgrade, I think. Double physical armor. Yeah, that's a respectable upgrade. And it's okay in other ways too. But the belt is crap. Most of this is old gear that we're not really interested in, but yeah, the boots are actually a nice pair of boots. There's still the elves left. They had some of the better gear, if I recall correctly. Where were they? Somewhere there. That's pretty much a wrap on this one. I think we will be... Might want to talk to the toy maker, I guess. Yeah, I think I'll leave things at that. We need to talk to him sooner or later anyway. Alternatively... Los's little demon. I'd really like the major side quest lines wrapped up. Lose has to be the one.
You return?
She nods silently.
Most marvellous magic right at your fingertips.
We are done here.
Welcome. What brings you by? Done shopping then?
Nothing interesting.
Good wishes. Keep.
There was at least one trader.
Pieces. I've little for sale beyond the wisely chosen.
Right. Useful scrolls. A lot of counter scrolls, basically. Being able to rain some water on people isn't exactly a horrible thing either. A lot of unique stuff. Level 19. For 20 air staff, don't care. Just it's all wrong. Hardly matters. We're still left with 50,000, so it's not enough to buy the best of the best gear. But it's enough for all our running expenses and some equipment upgrades, so it's not a bad situation to be in.
Most marvellous magic right at your fingertips.
And every piece of item pretty much that drops at this point will be level 20, so it'll be worth thousands if we sell it. However, Los's inventory has way too much crap. Actually, might be better to dump these into the Lady Vengeance. Right, Toymaker or Loses Demon. The Black House, that's the demon. I'm leaning toward the demon. It's just, I don't really have anything to look forward to as far as character development is concerned at this point. We are moving toward next level up though, so I don't think we've reached the maximum yet. At the same time, we need at least 3 million at this point to get to the level up. So even if we could level up, I think we're reaching the maximum that we can reach in this adventure. But in that sense, it doesn't make much of a difference. But it does make a difference, especially as far as weapons are concerned. So I sort of wish I wouldn't have a chance to level up. Because I had to go hunting for a level 21 two-handed rune-slotted weapon at that point, and I think I'll basically give it zero shits about that at this point. Level 20 enemies have been the maximum so far, so unless their levels can start increasing too, I think I'll leave it at that. Melodies here. Black House, right. This isn't going to be good.